Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Anna, hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Joan Basso's journey on The Bachelorette has been anything but ordinary. As one of the most talked about women to take on the role in recent seasons, her story resonates far beyond the confines of reality television. At the heart of her appeal is not only her search for love, but also her ability to connect with viewers in authentic, heartfelt ways. Recently, Joan offered fans a beautiful recap of a trip that captured both the magic of the experience and the emotional journey she has been on. Rather than simply sharing snapshots or polished highlights, her reflections were deeply personal, weaving together moments of joy, connection, and vulnerability. It was more than a recap. It was a window into her life, a reminder of what makes her such a compelling lead on The Bachelorette. A glimpse into her perspective. Joan's recap painted the trip not just as a getaway, but as a turning point. She described the way the scenery seemed to echo her own emotions, the natural beauty of the places she visited blending with the beauty of the experiences she shared. Whether it was laughing over a group dinner, walking hand in hand during quiet moments, or pausing to reflect on what it all meant, Joan managed to capture both the outward charm of the trip and its inner significance. Fans who followed her journey noticed how her words carried layers of meaning. For some, it felt like she was offering subtle clues about where her heart might be leaning. For others, it was simply a touching reminder that The Bachelorette is not just about competition. It's about people creating genuine memories that shape their lives long after the cameras stop rolling. Balancing public and private. One of the recurring themes in Joan's recap was balance, the tension between public storytelling and private intimacy. As the lead on a show like The Bachelorette, every moment can feel magnified. Every smile, every look, and every silence becomes material for speculation. Yet Joan's reflection reminded fans that behind the production, there are authentic human experiences unfolding. She described how, even in a group setting filled with cameras and producers, she found herself drawn to moments of stillness, a quiet walk, a conversation under the stars, or a fleeting glance that carried more weight than words. These small moments, often overshadowed by the bigger drama of the show, became the ones that meant the most to her. Fans' emotional response. The reaction from Bachelor Nation to Joan's recap was immediate and heartfelt. Social media lit up with comments praising her vulnerability and honesty. Viewers noted how refreshing it was to see a bachelorette articulate not just the glamorous highlights of a trip, but also the emotions that accompanied them. Some fans said they felt transported into her world, as though they were traveling alongside her. Others applauded her ability to speak openly about the highs and lows of the journey. By blending beauty with honesty, Joan gave her supporters something deeper than just another behind-the-scenes look. The men's perspective. Joan's recap also highlighted how the men on her season contributed to the richness of the experience. She described moments where individual contestants showed sides of themselves not always captured by the final cut of the episodes. Whether it was an unexpected sense of humor, a gesture of kindness, or the courage to be vulnerable, Joan painted each interaction with sincerity. This element of her storytelling reminded fans that reality television often condenses complex human beings into simplified narratives. By acknowledging the different layers of the men she traveled with, Joan offered a fuller, more generous view of their personalities, symbolism, and reflection. Beyond the surface details, Joan's reflection carried symbolic undertones. She described the landscapes they explored as mirrors of her emotional state, majestic mountains symbolizing challenges to overcome, tranquil waters representing peace she hoped to find, and bustling city streets echoing the chaos of emotions she sometimes felt. It was clear that for Joan, the trip was about more than dates and destinations. It was about seeing her life reflected in new settings, using the journey as a metaphor for her own search for clarity and connection. What this means for her journey. For viewers, Joan's recap felt like an important clue about how she is approaching her time as Bachelorette. Unlike leads who lean heavily into the performative aspects of the role, Joan has consistently shown that her focus is on authenticity. This reflection underscored that she isn't just chasing a storyline for television, she is genuinely searching for something real. That approach resonates with fans who are weary of manufactured drama and eager to see more heartfelt connections. Joan's recap reinforced the sense that her season is less about spectacle and more about substance, a journey defined not by the number of roses handed out but by the depth of the bonds she is forming. Looking ahead, as Joan's season continues, fans will inevitably analyze her words and actions, hoping to spot hints about her final choice. But what makes her so captivating is the unpredictability of her path. She has shown time and again that she is willing to follow her heart, even when it defies expectations. The recap of her trip offers a powerful reminder: love stories aren't built in a straight line. They are built in laughter, in quiet moments, in setbacks, and in triumphs. They are built in the very experiences Joan so beautifully described. Final thoughts. Joan Vassos has proven that being the bachelorette is not just about orchestrating dates or managing drama. It's about being willing to share yourself, flaws and all, in the hope of building something lasting. Her recap of the trip was more than a collection of memories. It was a testament to her willingness to live openly, to reflect deeply, and to connect genuinely. In a franchise often criticized for focusing too heavily on spectacle, Joan's ability to balance beauty with vulnerability sets her apart. It's no wonder fans continue to rally behind her, eager to see where her journey leads. Whether or not she finds her perfect match, Joan's storytelling reminds us why people keep watching, because in the end, it's about the real moments that resonate long after the roses fade. It's been a year since Joan Vassos and Chock met while filming season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette in 2024. Fans then watched their love story unfold on the show when it aired in the fall, culminating with their engagement during the finale. Since then, Chappell and Vassos have been settling into their new normal. With her in Maryland and him in Kansas, they do whatever it takes to see each other as much as possible, and have admitted that they have no plans to rush walking down the aisle. However, the lovebirds spilled some never-before-heard scoop about their wedding plans to Swan for our summer catch-up series. "I don't think I want to do anything huge," Vassos admitted. "I want to do something kind of small, mostly family, I'm thinking. I wouldn't hate to do a destination wedding. That could be fun because everybody gets a vacation out of it and we get to celebrate with everyone for more than one night. I don't think we have any non-negotiables, other than our family has to be there. They're the most important people, obviously, so we would never, elope or anything." Scroll down for more from our chat with Vassos and Chappell, and make sure to check back this weekend for another update on their living situation. We have a 2-week vacation. I have a beach that's kind of close to me. I live in Maryland, so we're going to Ocean City, Maryland with his kids and all of my kids and grandkids, so we're going to have a huge house full of everybody and just hang out at the beach for 2 weeks. Have you been able to do any blended family stuff like that aside from the holidays? Vassos: kind of only the holidays because his kids work in Charlotte, North Carolina. Chock is obviously in Kansas, I'm in Maryland, so combining everybody is a little bit of a logistical thing. But we're going to do it again in November. We're going to Disney World. What is your work schedule like these days? Chappell: I'm working 40 hours a week. Regular work. The telecommuting's a little tough for me. I'm a pick up the phone go guy. I'm in the insurance business, so it's picking up the phone, going to see people, getting appointments done. Things have changed since COVID. We do a lot of Zoom meetings, those type of things. I don't like it though. I like the face-to-face. I want the clients we work with to know who we are and show them the services we offer. It's still a little bit of a juggling act, but we've developed some very good people here, so I can be gone. I just gotta be on my game. Usually I'll spend the morning answering emails, doing things like that. So just trying to keep it all going, making sure I got all my appointments scheduled, and keeping everyone happy. Joan, are you still working? You're kind of a full-time influencer now. Vassos: I know, it's kind of weird and embarrassing. Who does this at the age of 62? I feel very lucky that I got to kind of jump into that role a little bit and ease myself into that role. When I came back from filming Golden Bachelor, I left filming on a Friday and went to work on Monday morning, but the press schedule for Golden Bachelorette was a lot bigger than what it had been for some of the other shows. So a 2-week press schedule was more like a 5-week press schedule. When I gave my boss the days I was going to be gone, he was like, "Yeah, we need somebody who's actually going to be here to do your job." I worked in a school in alumni relations and development, so it was fine to be gone during the summer since it's a really slow time. But once September hit, we have a lot of functions and a lot of things to do, and that's when I would be leaving, so I kind of lost that job. So it was lucky once all the filming and stuff ended and I was at the point in my contract when I could start doing stuff. I was lucky that I had some offers to do some of the brand deals. I've been really lucky. Have you been able to meet all the important friends and family members in each other's lives? Chapel. We're both very social, so we have a lot of people in our lives. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, we went to New Jersey with some of Joan's friends, and there was 3 couples. We had a great time. I've gotten to know Joan's mother, her mother-in-law, her family, her kids, her brother, that group. We've done a pretty good job with that, but we both know so many people. I'll speak for myself, it's been kind of nice to just slow down. After the show, there were so many people like, come have dinner with me, tell me what's going on. I think it was last week or the week before, we talked and we just want to stay in. It's kind of nice to just relax, and Joan's got a couple of TV shows she likes to watch. Ooh, what's on your binge-watching list these days? Bassos. We just watched a really good, it's called Matlock. It was so fun. We watched Matlock. That was our most recent one. We'll binge watch every once in a while. Because we go. And then when we're just at each other's homes where we don't have to be going, we're not out in LA or New York doing stuff, it's nice to just live like a normal couple would live. Which would not be going out every night. It'd be staying in, ordering carry-out and watching a movie or whatever. So we do like to do that every once in a while. Just slow down and not do anything. What is a day-to-day like when you're just visiting each other's hometowns? Chapel. Joan's a coffee person in the morning. We'll have a cup of coffee, I'll either snack there or I'll go to the gym. We both kind of like to shop a little bit, so we'll do a little of that. Next time I go, I want to play golf with her boys. I did play golf with her guy friends the other day. We stay busy. Usually in the evenings with Joan, it's all about family. But back here in Wichita, with my kids not living here, we'll go usually have dinner with friends of mine and go do that. We haven't really cooked that much at my house because we've got so many people pulling at us. Bassos, which is fine. I like going out at night. If we're running around all day to go sit, have a glass of wine, and go meet some of his friends, I like doing that. Last time he was here, I took him to Washington, D.C. because he hadn't been there in years. He actually has a brother that lives here near D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, which is right on the D.C/Maryland border, so he sees his brother sometimes when he's here. We had a great time doing sightseeing in D.C. He still has a lot to see here, like we have wineries here. I have a lot of places I still need to show him. What would you each say is your favorite thing you've learned about each other since coming off the show? Bassos. I love that Chock is like a fixer. Any problem I have, I don't have to own it myself. That's part of what I miss when I was a couple before John passed away. Everything that you deal with, good and bad, you have a partner doing that. Chock kind of went into that role so seamlessly and easily. It was just, like, in his nature to be a problem solver, and that just makes me feel comfortable in life a little bit. Chapel. It's a lot of things. She's very caring. This is kind of funny, especially as you get a little older in life. But where I'm from, the guys cook. They usually cook the meals and do this. And I've gotten into it recently. Joan made a comment. She goes, I had 4 kids. I'm kind of over it. Joan's doing these great recipes, so it's kind of fun to watch her cook and have this talent, but I don't blame her. Cooking is a lot of work. And every Sunday Joan will have, usually at her house, she'll have her entire family over, and it's a lot of work, but she gets a lot of help. But I love that family atmosphere. When I was married, both my parents had moved other places. I didn't have that family unit like a lot of people do, so Joan really thrives in that, and it's just a different way of living. It's just something that's unique to me. I really like it. We're wrapping up here for today, but the excitement of trending gossip doesn't stop here. We'll be back with new surprises very soon. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.